4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello students, good evening to all of you once again here in our lecture, and today we continue our chapter number 7. Okay, where we were at last. We are discussing about criteria for congruence triangle, and now let us see some more criteria for congruence of triangles. So we have seen earlier in this chapter that equality of three angles of one triangle to three angles of the other is not sufficient for the congruence of two triangles. But you may wonder whether equality of three sides of one triangle to three sides of another triangle is enough for congruence of the two triangles. Oh, okay, so you have already verified in earlier classes that this is indeed true. To be sure, construct two triangles with sides 4 centimeter, 3.5 centimeter and 4.5 centimeter. See here like this. Here is two triangles A, B, C and triangles D, E, F. So AB is 3.5 centimeter, DE is 3.5 centimeter, BC is 4 centimeter, EF is 4 centimeter, AC is 4.5 centimeter and FD or DF is 4.5 centimeter. And let us see what happened here. So see, these both triangles are congruent. Now cut them out and place them on each other, and what do you observe? So they cover each other completely if the equal sides are placed on the each equal side. So the triangles are congruent. So this is says theorem number 7.4 SSS congruence rule. Side congruence rule. Okay. So if three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. Okay. So what says this theorem is just one triangle, say ABC, and another triangle, okay, say PQR. Now AB is equal to X and PQ is equal to X. or let me write here so you can understand. This is x, BC is equal to y, and this is z. Now see here, side and side and side. So three sides of one triangle is equal to three sides of another triangle. So A, B, C congruence. Now see here, AB here is PR. So AB is equal to PR. BC, BC is equal to PQ. So from this we can say that P stand for B. Now AC is equal to QR. So now see AB is equal to PR. BC is equal to PQ. BC is equal to PQ. AC Z is equal to QR. AC first and third is equal to RQ. So this is right. If you write like this, this is wrong. Okay, we have already discussed about this. So here ABC, triangle ABC, congruence triangle RPQ by this rule. This is side and side. So S and S rules. S rule. Okay. Now let me repeat it again. If three sides of one triangle are equal to the three sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. Now see here. You have already seen that in the SAS, side angle side congruence rule, the pair of equal angles has to be the include angle between the pair of corresponding pair of equal sides, and if this is not so, the two triangles may not be congruent. So side angle side congruence rule says that a pair of equal angles has to be the include angle between the pair of corresponding pair of equal sides. Okay. And if this is not so, then the two triangles may not be congruent. So perform this activity. Construct now two right angle triangle with hypotenuse equal to 5 centimeter and one side equal to 4 centimeter. So one is hypotenuse and another is side. See here. Now cut from here. See here. Okay, this angle is not rotated. Okay, not rotated. But I will explain you by another way. Okay, triangle ABC and triangle DEF, 4 centimeter BC, 5 centimeter AC, 4 centimeter EF, 5 centimeter FD. So cut them. I can't cut here because some problem. But if you cut them out and place one triangle over the other with equal side place on each other. Turn the triangle if necessary, but here I can't turn this triangle on this software. So what do you observe? The two triangles cover each other completely and so they are congruent. Okay, so turn the triangle if necessary. I am trying to turn this triangle, but I can't do so here. But if you place this side D on AB, so automatically EF side will cover side BC and FD cover AC. So two triangles completely covers each other. Okay. So repeat this activity with other pair of right angles and you will find that two right angles are congruent if one pair of sides and the hypotenuse are equal. Note that the right angle is not the include angle. This is important one. And in this case, so you arrive at the following congruence rule. RHS. RHS congruence rule. So if in two right angles, the hypotenuse and one side of one triangle are equal to the hypotenuse and one side of the other triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. Okay, so this is important one, and proof of this theorem is not given in your textbook, but let us try to give you some points. Okay, now see here, two triangles, one is ABC, another is PQR, AB right angle, sorry, angle B right angle and angle Q right angle. Okay, so now one side hypotenuse, suppose x, here is x, and one side is equal, this is y. So now for triangle ABC, apply rule of Pythagoras. So you know that in ABC, AB square is equal to AC square minus BC square. So AC square is x square, BC square is y square. So this is AB square, and therefore AB is equal to in root x square minus y square. Now for triangle PQR, PQ square is equal to PR square minus QR square. So PR square is x square y square. So therefore PQ square is equal to x square minus y square. Therefore PQ is equal to in root x square minus y square. Or we can write this AB is equal to PQ. BC is equal to QR is given, and AC is equal to PR is given. So the rule side, side and side, we can say that therefore triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR. This is the proof of that RHS theorem. So two triangle ABC and PQR both are right angle triangle, and B is here right angle, Q is here right angle, and we have given that AC and hypotenuse are equal, AC and PR, and one side BC and QR is equal, and then from using these two sides by Pythagoras rule apply. So you can find AB is equal to under root x square minus y square, and similarly for triangle PQR, PQ is equal to in root x square minus y square, and that's why we get AB is equal to PQ, BC is equal to QR is given, AC is equal to PR is given, and so side rule, we can say that triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR. Okay. Now, inequalities in a triangle. So far you have been mainly studying the equality of sides and angle of a triangle or triangle. Sometimes we do come across unequal subject. We need to compare them. See here. Here is line segment AB is greater in length as compared to line segment CD. So see here. Here is angle A is greater than angle B. Compared both angle. And from this we come on theorem number 7.6. If two sides of a triangle are unequal, the angle opposite to the longer side is larger. Okay, so what says this theorem? In a triangle, ABC, so in triangle ABC, if AB is greater than AC, then the opposite angle of AB, that means angle C, is greater than opposite angle of AC. So angle B. This says theorem number 6. So this theorem is without proof here. So only understand and remember this statement of this theorem. Again, in triangle ABC, if AB is greater than AC, then opposite angle of AB, that means angle C, is greater than opposite angle of AC, that means angle B. This says theorem number 6. And theorem number 7. So it's converse theorem. In any triangle, the side opposite to larger angle is longer. Okay, so understand. What says theorem number 7? Triangle PQR. So in triangle PQR, angle Q is greater than angle R. Then opposite side of angle Q is PR is greater than opposite side of angle R is PQ. So this is converse of theorem number 7.6. Now take a triangle ABC and In it, find AB plus BC plus AB plus BC, BC plus AC, AC plus. So, sum of any two sides of triangle. So, you observe that AB plus BC is always greater than AC. BC plus AC is always greater than AB, and AB plus AC is always greater than BC. So repeat this activity with other triangles, and with this you can arrive this result as a theorem 7.8. What says 7.8? The sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. The sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. This is very important theorem and property of triangle. So, for this triangle, PQ plus QR is always greater than PR. PQ plus PR is always greater than QR. PR plus QR is always greater than PQ. That means any two side of sum of any two side of any triangle is greater than third one. So you cannot draw triangle like this. 7, 7 and 15. Not possible. This is not triangle. Because PQ plus QR must greater than PR. This is not triangle. 7, 7, 15. This 7, 7, 15. Not three sides of any triangle. And similarly 7, 7, 14 is not. Okay, 7, 7, 13. You can draw triangle. Similarly 3, 2, 5 are not sides of any triangle, because 3 and 2, sum of these two sides must be greater than another side. So this is not sides of triangle. So similarly 3, 4 and 7 is not. I think you understand. And similarly 2, 2 and 3. This is okay. 2, 2 and 3 sides of a triangle. See here, triangle ABC. Draw this figure first in your notebook. AD and AC are equal. Draw this one. Now try to understand. So in this given figure here, observe that side BA of triangle ABC has been produced up to C such that AD and AC both are equal. So you can say that BCD angle BCD is greater than angle BDC. BCD is greater than angle BDC. Okay. See here. If those two sides are equal, then opposite angle are equal. So by our theorem. So this angle BDC is equal to angle BDC is equal to angle ACD, and BCD BCD is equal to angle BCA plus angle ACD. Angle BCD is equal to angle BCA plus BCD. What is BCD? BDC. Angle BDC. So see this, and that's why if we less here BCA, then angle BDC. So this, and if angle BCD is greater than angle BDC, that means this side and this side is bigger than this side. Okay, so this proves this theorem. See here. And with this we okay now here we complete our chapter number 7. So in chapter number 7 we study about congruence of triangle. Now if you have any problem, or if you face any problem regarding this chapter, please contact me, and we will try to solve your difficulty. Okay, so we will meet you in our next period. Till then, goodbye to all of you students once again. Okay, thank you, bye.